Hi everyone. I thought it better to do a short video than to write something because I've got so much to tell with regards to jumping into spring and doing that spring clean of the body and the mind. We're coming into winter, autumn here in the southern hemisphere. I live in Sydney, but I totally understand and recognize where you're all coming from as you come out of winter feeling mentally and physically sluggish. I was there myself. I'm there every winter actually when I think about it. And it's a natural process. Our bodies are built to slow down and to rejuvenate and recuperate over the winter months, and just not to be getting up at ridiculous hours and training in the dark. I used to do that. I used to get up in the dark in the middle of winter and go swimming in a freezing cold pool, an ocean pool. And I just thought, what am I doing? So now I've stopped that because I just think it's a hibernation time. But as spring comes in, what we start to notice is that, and it's the same with all seasonal changes. I'm noticing it with my body as we move into autumn. As the weather starts to cool down a bit, my body isn't responding as well to those beautiful fresh salads as it does during the summer months. I'm feeling that bloating coming back, and that's my signal to myself that actually I need to start having more warm foods. It's the same with spring. Our bodies spend a lot of time in winter. We have heavy, beautiful, nutrient dense but quite heavy foods, which we need, and our bodies crave and need that during the winter months, those really warming, stodgy foods. But come spring, what you will find is that, the weather is changing. You're feeling sluggish, which was normal during the winter months, but, you can feel that in your mind and your body. And what I did last spring was I went on this 10-day, it was supposed to be 7 days, but I extended it because I just felt so good, cleanse of my body and my mind. And how I started was every morning I woke up and I did 30 minutes of meditation. I had a warm water and lemon. This is something I had gotten out of the habit of, so it kickstarted this habit again of this warm water and lemon every morning with my Juice Plus capsules. Then I grated 2 tablespoons of ginger and squeezed the juice into a pot of near boiling water, so as hot as you can take it. And then I took that into the bathroom, put the big pot of water in the shower, and got a scrubbing glove, and just, after I dry brushed, I scrubbed my skin with this hot ginger water. And that was followed by a plunge in the ocean. Now, for most of us, we don't have the luxury of living next to the ocean, so a cold shower will do. Now, this sounds crazy, and I know it does, but give it a go because it is so invigorating. It is so invigorating. It sets you up, and I think what it does, it's that beautiful ritual in the morning that gives you that mental clarity. And then comes the food. And I was obviously having my capsules. I don't go a day without my capsules, but I was having a smoothie in the morning. So I would have a smoothie, and that was the start of my day. And then I moved from the heavy, stodgy food to, lightly stir-frying veggies and poached eggs. Just simple stuff, but lots of colour, a lot of green actually, but just lighter. And just pick the vegetables that are in season, but lighter foods. And not necessarily raw because it's still too cold for raw, but just lightly stir-frying them, and they're delicious. And what I did was I gave up caffeine, and I gave up coffee, I gave up dairy, and I gave up bread for this week. And I came to the end of the week and I felt so good I continued it. But what it did was it just released all that sluggishness. It released that heaviness. And yes, came with it weight loss, a little bit that I needed to shift, that I'd put on over the winter. But it just set me up for a really great summer as well. And because I had done that at the start of spring, when it came to the summer holidays after Christmas, I was more motivated to do a Transform 30. And with the Transform 30, I had 2 smoothies a day for 30 days. And that's finished now, and I'm having 1 smoothie a day. So I generally have my smoothie every morning for breakfast. I love my smoothies. I was swimming this morning in the ocean and I couldn't get out of it quick enough because I wanted to come home and have my smoothie. What do I do with my smoothies? I'm not a big smoothie drinker. It has to be thick for me. Everyone is different, but if you like that whole idea of eating, this is what I love to do. And I'm a bit of a chocolate fan. So what I do is I put my chocolate complete with baby spinach, zucchini. Zucchini makes it lovely and creamy, by the way. Half nut milk, half water. Cinnamon, I love cinnamon, lots of cinnamon. Flax seeds in a good blender, all those great omegas. I think I mentioned avocado. And then just blend it, and it's quite thick, which I really like. Oh, frozen berries, sorry, don't forget the berries, and some banana as well. And then I blend it and I put it into a bowl and I top it with some fresh fruit and granola. I do love my granola, and I try to limit the granola. But there are days like on Saturday and Sunday I have a little bit more because, who wants to deprive themselves? So that's my smoothie bowl, and that's the start of my day. And what I have found is my energy levels have gone up again. My alertness has gone up. My moods. I mean, it's got this, natural mood booster in it, niacin, which I didn't realize, but now it makes sense. I can take on the day a lot better. My cravings for sweet things have gone. They really have gone. And I've got a sweet tooth, and it's having the capsules and the smoothies together. There's such a powerful combination. I don't think I'll ever understand why, but my body just responds really well to them. And also my cravings for bread. I just don't need bread. And dairy, look, I have a little bit, but I'm not a big dairy fan anyway. It's been something that I removed from my diet quite some time ago. But as I was saying to Barb earlier, like if there's a really good platter, a cheese platter, I will have one. I'll have a little bit of cheese. And as my beautiful friend Rebecca Benishki, who's and also one of my team members here in Australia, she puts it really well. You've got to ask yourself, is it worth getting fat over? And it doesn't mean getting fat, but is it worth putting those bad calories into your body? And I think it's a great question to ask when we are faced with the office cake or with, a function, a community function where, it's all in good faith, what people bring, but a lot of the time the quality mightn't be there. So if I go to one of these, and if it's a cake from a really nice bakery, or if it's a cake made by somebody who I know is a really good baker, then yes, of course it is. But if it's something that's bought in the local supermarket and it's full of, it's not good, then it's not worth getting fat over, as Rebecca would say. So I think it's a great question to ask when we are faced with these things. And very often it's like alcohol. I was talking to someone this morning about alcohol. It's, when you have that first drink, you just keep wanting to have more. But if you decide not to have that drink, then you don't have that urge to keep having more. And it's the same with food. Crisps or chips, as you call them, is my weakness. And I mean, if I have one, I'll have a packet. But if I don't have any, then I don't. So it's that comes with mental strength as well. But I think when you actually fill your body with so much goodness, as we do with our Juice Plus capsules and our Complete, it naturally helps us. It's like that crutch to help us through those times. So on that note, welcome to spring. Embrace it and do something wild. Do the ginger scrub, do the cold showers for a week, and do a challenge, do whatever, do a cleanse. Just kickstart everything and get everything motoring again, and then you're more inclined to add exercise in, and your life will just be so much richer. So good luck, and you've got a lovely summer to look forward to. I'm very envious, not that our winters are too bad, but it's been awesome sharing this, and I hope you've all gotten something from it. I hope you don't mind my ams. I say am a lot, and that will improve as I get better, hopefully. But thank you, and thank you, Barb, for allowing me to do this and for asking me to do this. Take care and have an awesome week.